Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah,
Although we're not allowed to sing that song anymore in 2018.
That's fair.
So we've been told. Welcome in, everybody. After drill.
Yes.
We missed you yesterday, Griggins, but we're back better than ever on a Thursday edition, a game day edition.
Oh, yeah.
Jags in prime time tonight against the dreaded Tennessee Titans. It's the required by NFL law once a year primetime game.
Oh, yeah.
They like to stick us and the Titans on primetime against one another because the league hates both our teams and wants to get it over with in one game. So here we are, Thursday night. Chance to play spoiler for Tennessee. Chance to kind of rain on their parade and, keep mathematic hopes alive for the Jaguars.
Sure.
I don't think any of us believe there's actual hope for the postseason for the Jags, but mathematically there is still hope for postseason action for the Jags. So keep the dream alive. The Jags can get a win. They had this debate, Drew, at the end of the drill this morning when Mike Dempsey came in for the 2-minute drill.
Sure.
And
it's in my eyes.
My eyes? That's just rude, Wendy. We can't
even
even see you. Maybe it would hurt our eyes. We don't know.
That kind of comment's only acceptable when I'm wearing... Oh,
there he goes.
When I'm wearing my fluorescent...
Here in Munchkin Land with Drew. He already has a complex about his height, so this really sucks for Drew.
That's a shame.
Shrunk down. Bring it back up. Oh, wow.
Go even lower.
Mike can go even higher. Tower over you.
Oh, yeah. Beef is playing O-line for the Jags tonight.
At the children's table. It's true.
This is comfy.
The debate was, are you team for the remaining games, the home stretcher, the last four? If you had to go one extreme or the other, are you team 4-0 or are you team 0-4 now that the season is, for all intents and purposes, lost? The playoffs are a pipe dream.
I mean, I like winning football games.
Yeah.
I would rather watch my team win.
Yeah.
I get I'm not bashing anyone who says go 0-4, get the better draft pick. Long term, that's the smarter, better thing to do as far as, fixing the Jaguars goes. Like, any year going 8-8 versus going, 4-12, you'd rather go 4-12. I mean, that's the smarter thing to do if you're just talking about improving your football team. But for me, I would rather...
I can't handle you down this low.
Okay, I'll get up.
I can't handle it. We're just down too low, man.
It was fun, though.
It's comical.
Right.
So you'd rather go 0-4 and secure that...
No, I'd rather go 4-0.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather us win games. I'd rather win games.
That's kind of the way I lean.
I see what people are saying when they say, the better fix is what I'm saying. The better fix is going 0-4, but I'd rather. I mean, I'm a fan. I want to watch.
You only get 16 of these things, man, and it's like winning football games is hard, and you grind on it all year with your team. You're pulling for them. Like pulling for your team to lose is it sucks.
That's so NBA.
That's very NBA. And I do it in the NBA.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm in full tank mode right now as my idiot team has fired their coach and handed it off to another idiot coach that will inevitably be fired by the idiot team of management executives. But yeah, I'm rooting for a win every week. I understand where Mike Dempsey's come from. He said, look, I want to see max effort, but I'm not going to be disappointed with a loss because it improves the draft position. I get that perspective, but I want wins. And I still want to feel disappointed when I don't see a win.
Yeah, I will say this. Maybe still the Buffalo game, but really the Pittsburgh game. The Buffalo game bothered me. But at that point, you're so used to it, and you're 3-8. You're just the Pittsburgh game was really your last chance at a redemption story for the year. To win that game and go on a roll. That game really hurt. Losing the Pittsburgh game hurt. I feel
that was tough, man.
I feel like everybody put a lot into that, fans and players included. Didn't get that. I will say this, man. If we had lost to the Colts, if they had won 7-6, I just watched a horrible football game, and I'd have just been like,
Well, and here's the problem, too, when you start talking about the top of the draft, is it's a down QB year.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you don't want to get too high. What about that? What about that take? I don't know if you want to get too high.
Well, and there's a thought that, the teams that right now sit at the top probably aren't going QB. 49ers aren't going quarterback. Raiders probably aren't going quarterback.
Giants
are probably going quarterback. Mm-hmm. So that's really your competition. Mm-hmm. If you think there's one guy that you want, that's really your competition. For me, I've thought about it and had much consternation about as far as the quarterbacks go. I've officially decided, much like an American Idol voter or like the Voice voter, I'm like hashtag Team Haskins. I'm on the Haskins train now. I've gotten on board with the Ohio State product. It hurts my heart a little bit because I hate Ohio State, but I'm on board with Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State quarterback. The last couple times I've watched him, he's been impressive. His completion percentage is real strong, which I like. That's the one college stat I feel like translates. You know, I try not to get caught up in the yards and the touchdowns because that stuff happens.
Well, if you have a bad completion percentage in college, you're screwed.
It's not going to translate, right?
That's kind of,
so the fact that Haskins is like a 72% passer in college gives me hope.
Only thing that worries you about him is 1 year.
Right, it's a 1 year wonder, man. But you know, Herbert scares me because the completion percentage is low and he's had a down year. The other guys don't really like set my hair on fire. I'm not crazy about Drew Lock. You know, I wonder about Will Greer just because it's such gaudy numbers at West Virginia.
Yeah,
it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
So it makes me nervous. So I mean, I like Haskins. I don't think they'll be in position to get Haskins, but I like Haskins, and I would be on board with Haskins were he the pick. Now, cautionary tale because half the time I'm on board with the pick, I end up being dreadfully wrong. But, you know, it's where we are. I was on board with the Ramsey pick, and that worked.
Yeah, where are we sitting at? 9 right now, I think they said.
They might even have bumped up a smidge. Unless was that. We'll look real quick.
I think we're sitting at 9.
We might be sitting at 9.
But it's really what it all comes down to is who do the Giants like? I mean, if the Giants favor Herbert over Haskins, the Jags would definitely be in play for Haskins around that top 10 mark. Because in my
Jags 9 right now.
Because I'm gonna let you guys in on. We're talking about 0-4, 4-0. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. The Jags aren't going 4-0 to end the year.
Well, and here's my question, to you, Drew. I'm looking at the top 10 right now.
Yeah.
All I want you to do is just yes or no. This team is looking quarterback.
Sure.
So we can figure out who's your competition in the top 10. San Francisco.
No.
Oakland.
No.
Jets.
No.
Arizona.
No.
Detroit.
No.
Atlanta.
No.
Giants.
Yes.
Buffalo.
No.
Green Bay.
No.
So there you go. So your Giants are your competition. That's it. Get in front of the Giants, you got the pick of the litter. Unless somebody trades up, which is always a possibility, but this isn't like a super sexy quarterback crop.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there'd be a trade up. But then again, when it's not a super sexy quarterback and there's one above the rest, then teams get real panicky because they want to get that guy. And so then things happen. I don't see the Raiders looking to make a lot of deals because they've got 5,000 first-round picks already. How much more are they looking to acquire?
The thing is that teams are definitely going to know, like, Giants and Jags are going QB. Like, there's no, oh, are they going to? Like, It's going to be, I'm almost positive by the time the draft, like, I know we're all like, oh, what are we going to do right now? I'm almost positive by the time the draft rolls around, the Jags will have married themselves to a guy and been like, that's our guy, and we got to go get his.
Wendy asked a good question. She says, serious question, why does Dave Caldwell always get a pass for his decisions?
I
feel like the worm is turning there.
Yeah,
I don't think the pass exists anymore. I don't think the pass is there. I'm not saying Dave Caldwell is going to be gone, but
I think he should be gone.
I think he should be gone, and I feel like he will be gone.
I don't feel like Dave Caldwell or any GM with one foot out the door should get the chance to draft another franchise quarterback after he blew the first one. That's
the Jags tanking for Zion. That's been my plan all along. We're marching on Zion.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you here's what worries me about keeping a guy like Caldwell on. When you're going in this kind of directional change as a franchise and making really big decisions here, is guys who are picking for their job might do something desperate. I would rather have a guy who's on the ground floor who's going to start building something that's his, and he have his chance to go and get his franchise.
Because here's the thing, if you tell Dave Caldwell and to a lesser extent Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone that it's winning time right now, we got to win, then they're going to go out and they're going to make panicky win now moves because they don't care if they screw up your cap in the next 3 to 5 years. Why should they give a damn? They're playing for their lives right now. And that's a dangerous situation. That's where the Jags found themselves in the late 90s.
And the thing that
making win now moves.
The thing that sucks about it is the two things the Jaguars are starving for is a franchise quarterback and playmakers, skill position players. Right. And honestly, this draft sucks for both of those.
Yeah, it's not a great draft for either one of those things, which is why the criticism was, a year ago.
Should have done it before.
They should have made that move. Or 2 years ago when they were picking fourth, that maybe they should have made that move. They didn't. Okay, so let's not what if ourselves to death, because that's a exercise in futility. You're just beating your head against the wall for no reason. Let's look at where we're at. Blake Bortles, his tenure with the Jags likely over with. Cody Kessler, let's be honest with ourselves, he ain't the guy. He never will be the guy.
That's almost the one reason why. I want to see the Jags win every game. I do. But to see Cody Kessler go 5-0 as a starter, and even if the offense looks putrid, there's going to be people out there who's going to be like, we should just start Cody next. And I'm telling you,
with him.
I do not want to see that in any facet of my imagination.
Under no circumstance. I wonder what could have been with a better, healthy O-line.
See, but we don't need to start getting into this, because that's when the Blake stands come out and say, well, if he just had a good O-line and better wide receivers,
look,
he sucks, I'm done, it's over,
look,
the season's
done.
I
get it. The Jaguars got whammy with injuries maybe harder than anybody's ever been whammy with injuries.
That happens, though.
Everyone has injuries. And look, the guy can't play. Okay, we're 5 years in. The guy's no good.
There's no way that 5 years in you should have to keep making excuses for a guy. And at the end of the day, you go and look at his numbers, and quite frankly, his career numbers suck.
Look, at his last start, in this day and age of the NFL, in 2018, where every rule on God's green earth is manufactured and groomed for quarterbacks to thrive, should a quarterback starting an NFL game complete 52% of his passes? There's no excuse for it. No, I don't care about offensive line, running backs, skill position. I don't care. You shouldn't miss half your passes in 2018. It's inexcusable. When a guy like Marcus Mariota can go an entire game and miss one pass, Blake Bortles shouldn't be hitting only half of them.
I'd be totally for that, but that's not going to happen. I'd love an MLB team.
Oh, yeah, we'll never have an MLB team.
We'll never have an MLB team.
We'll probably never have a AAA team. That's just the way it is.
We are such a double-A town.
We're a double-A town. It is what it is. And by the way, because we'll never have a major league team. Let's just be real about it. Honestly,
it's a miracle we even have the Jags.
With the way players advance through farm systems, I'd sort of almost rather be a double-A town than a triple-A town.
I like going to shrimp games.
I like going to shrimp games, and double-A, you're getting guys on the way up. You're getting guys that, because a lot of times if a dude's hot, he'll make that rapid jump he'll go double to triple for like a week, and then he's gone.
And as much as I love the idea of having an MLB team here, I love it.
Yeah, sure. So
I don't really want rooting conflict here. I'm a Mets guy, so people would start to hate me because while I would pull for the hometown team, at the end of the day, when the Mets came to town, I would
same for me.
I would try to smash you
up.
Right.
Look. Full disclosure, I'm the same way when like the minor league Cubs come to town.
Right.
When they roll through, I go there all cubbed up, and I'm cheering for my guys.
Fair.
No offense to the Shrimps.
Those are my prospects.
By the way, the Shrimp. By the way, I dissed the hell out of the Shrimp when they made the name change. I thought it was dumb as hell.
Love it. I love it now.
Now that it's I love it, and I love whoever's in charge of branding with the Shrimp is. Dude, on point, man.
This is why we're not
a game.
This is why we're not in that line of work, because I hated it. I was like, Jacksonville Suns. We've had it for so long. You got the little jingle.
I don't even mind changing the name, but I'm like, you make us look like boobs with the name.
And then you look at all the other minor league teams, and it makes sense. And honestly,
totally wrong.
Being one of those quirky,
it's a fantastic minor league name.
It's good,
and the branding's awesome. And I kick myself every time I go to a Shrimp game, and I see someone wearing the Miami Vice Shrimp hat. I kick myself for not getting down there to buy one. Because
they got a lot of cool gear.
They got some smoking hats, man. But that Miami Vice one is my all-time fave, and I kick myself for not buying one. I thought about offering like an 11-year-old kid cash for his hat when I saw him wearing it. I was like, this is close.
You probably could have got it for cheaper, because an 11-year-old $10 is like $1 million.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I saw a kid like in the second row with the Miami Vice hat. I was like, I want to just go slide this kid some cash.
That's like when me and Boy King bet on.
But then I'd probably get headlights.
When me and Boy King bet on Florida State, like. He wanted $10, and then he goes, actually 20, and 20 for him. Like, he's going all in.
Yeah.
He's like, let's do 20. Like that's like a $300 bet to Boy King.
Oh yeah, $20.
$20.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You remember when you were that age and you got a $20 bill? Like you thought you were rolling, man. Like, you thought you were rolling. Drew, you're so energized today. Wendy, I think Wendy's got a crush on you, Drew. I don't want to tell stories. I'll let Wendy answer for herself, but I feel like Wendy's got, maybe just a smidge, maybe just more like a grade school crush.
Sure.
Not like a full-on, like, fatal attraction thing, but just like she thinks Drew's, a little cute. And that's okay. Look at him. He's a handsome young man. It's fine. I'm spoken for. Go for it. Drew's out there.
We've put myself out there now at this point.
Mom age, sorry. Okay. Well, hey, man. You can teach him a few things. Just saying. That was really inappropriate. I'm sorry, Wendy. How about Joe? You getting married? Prosser best man. I feel bad for anybody who marries Joe Yu, because if his personal life is anything like his phone calls, he's got to be just an insufferable person to be around 24/7. So whoever does decide to be the future Mrs. Joe Yu, Godspeed to that woman. Enjoy your numerous drives down to Coral Gables to watch an inevitable disappointing day on the gridiron. It should be fun. But yeah. Yeah.
It's the backwards
Cliff is right. Cliff is right. It takes a certain... Not everybody can pull off the backwards hat look, especially once you reach a certain age. Drew's sort of approaching it now.
Yeah.
He's in kind of the back end of the backwards hat acceptable wear window.
That's fair.
Once you are of like...
Because I'm 23, I'll be 24 in like 2 weeks.
I feel like north of
25, 6?
maybe 28. North of 28. Definitely north of 30. If you're north of 30...
I was thinking to myself, once you hit like 30, it's probably
if you're north of 30, you need to just wear the hat forwards or don't wear a hat.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't wear it backwards, because now, once you're north of 30, hats cease to become a matter of fashion and they merely become a matter of function. So if you're going to wear a hat, it's to keep the sun out of your eyes or to keep your head warm.
For me, almost literally solely the only reason I wear a hat is when I don't...
Hair?
Yeah, I don't feel like taking a shower before I... That's like, I don't want to wash my hair before I come.
Yeah, Drew right now... Now, you only see us from like the waist up here on after drill, so Drew looks reasonably put together with the Seminole hoodie and the hat on.
No,
Drew's got like the shorts, and he's gone full
disclosure.
Full barbecue dad here with the White Sox sliders combo.
Yeah.
That's full on like Craig's dad and Friday.
That is one thing that me and Papa Hicken might have in common is we are not exactly in the style.
No, you're not
game.
fashionable dudes at all.
No.
And we talked about that today on the Tap 5 today. We talked about the resurgence of bootcut jeans, to which Lauren Brooks had to explain to the elder Hicken and Prosser what bootcut jeans are.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody does like you anything. What's Drew's day look like? Probably got a napper after this.
Yeah.
Napper.
Today, actually, the Jaguar shows are not happening because we're doing the ones that I do because we're doing
the Thursday night program.
So I don't
got a broadcast tonight.
I don't got a lot going on today.
No. Might actually go to Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond.
Who knows?
Crazy day.
The possibilities are absolutely endless.
The world is your oyster today, Drew. Embrace it. Just make sure you're in front of a tube tonight about 8:30 for kickoff. Jags Titans. As fingers crossed we go up there. Just beat that.
Oh yeah, that's what the day looks like.
I'll beat that ass.
I'm just gonna.
I want it so
prep
bad.
for that.
It's something about the Titans, man. I hate those sons of bitches so much. Oh, I just want to go up there and...
Yeah, like anybody who says you want to go 0-4 to end the year, I want you to make an exception.
Yeah, you want to go 1-3 to end the year.
Because I hate the Titans.
You don't want to lose to the Titans ever. If you want to lose to the Titans, get off the boat. Okay? Go become a Dolphins fan or whatever, a Bucks fan. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
If you're okay with losing to those mayonnaise-eating freaks in Nashville, you're not one of us.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
Yeah.
And you can go. You're the enemy. On that note, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's crush those mayonnaise eaters. Give Leonard the ball 50 times tonight. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And after that, let the chips fall where they may. We'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully on a Victory Friday of After Dark.
Yeah.
We love you, Googans. Bye.